So today we're seeing how good we are at building an airplane and then getting it off the ground to do things around an island. We start with a cockpit here, which is, basic enough. It's a little tube with a seat in it. But there's also other tubes that we can add, like a fuselage on the back end here. There's a wing that can go on either side of this. Pretty simple, honestly. And then some tail sections like that with maybe one on the top. Because, yes, this is a very snubby airplane. But if we put a propeller on the front, then that should be enough, honestly, right? And you know what, maybe some wheels as well, right on the bottom like this, and then a small one in the back. So at least now it won't, fall over, hopefully. It honestly looks taller than it is long. This isn't gonna go well at all. But it won't stop us from trying. So we just gotta throttle up, get up to speed, and then hopefully, we have lift. We have liftoff, yes! How is this little plane going off the ground? Whoa, avoid the trees. Okay, so there's another airport happening up there. That's I was not expecting a plane this small to work. Look at how tiny this is. Oh, wing stress too high. Whoa, we gotta slow down. I didn't realize we were still going so fast. We just overshot the airport. Okay then, we'll just fly by America's favorite bird right there, and then straight on over, there's another airport right there. So let's maybe pick up speed, 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 pick up speed. Wow. Okay, we're good. And then we slow down, gotta slow down for landing as best we can. Whoa, ooh, don't crash. Woo, we're alive. We made it. A bird flew into a wind turbine, wasn't me. I promise. We need to deliver medicine. Oh, we're actually helping the bird. If it's an eagle, I would gladly help it, but we should also probably refuel first. So we need to deliver 2 medicine at the turbines. Well, it looks like medicine's back here at the hospital. So let's throttle up and then, whoa, take off right away. Okay, I wasn't expecting us to take off so fast. But we do still have a lot of speed, so we should probably dial back a little bit so the wing stress isn't so bad. I guess that's what we get for having a wingspan of an albatross. But that hospital is thankfully just over here, so we just have to slow down enough. And then the landing is pretty much the same as always. Ooh, super smooth, way smoother than before. Oh, but now the hospital itself is having problems. We suddenly lost power. Can you deliver 2 small batteries to keep the hospital running? Do you mean from where I just was? Okay, well, if I'm going back there anyway, might as well load cargo of the medicine. We need 2 of them, but we are also at capacity. Expand fuselage for more cargo space. Okay, fair enough. Can we do that here, or do we have to go back to our own little terminal? We might have to do that at our own little terminal. Why don't we go ahead and go over there right now, since we're already looking that way. Probably keeping the speed around 130 is the safest and most efficient. Oh, bird! Sorry. I don't mean to take out any wildlife. I'm a threat to myself as it is. Oh, slow down. We made it, okay. Now let's edit the plane. Hopefully we don't lose the cargo. So more fuselage, eh? We can just expand this backwards like that. Ugh. It's a little weird, and we can only expand it so far until we run out of money. And honestly, I don't think we need it too much longer. This is a much better plane profile. We can also just kind of taper the end like this, although that much is a little weird. Why don't we dial this back like so, and then just add another fuselage section that we can taper this way. Whoa, not flare out like that. That is so weird. But we taper it like so, and then these wings can be moved back here. Ooh. I like that profile. And then you should probably be back here as well, but you're a little bit weird to have like that. Oh, we don't need 2 of these. Okay, so this should work better, and we have more cargo space. And thankfully we still have the medicine. Although if 1 medicine is 15, we probably need a little more space. That should be fine like that, although this is looking pretty long right now. But honestly, that shouldn't be too bad. And we got 38 cargo space now. What's our center of gravity looking like? Behind the wings? I think that's a good spot for it to be. And drag is looking pretty normal. So even with the bigger footprint on our, I guess now, cargo plane, we should be able to take off just the same, even if it's a little heavier. So we're gonna need more speed to take off. Oh, almost slammed the tail into the ground. But we're up and we're away. Let's just come in for an aggressive landing. Or just at an aggressive angle. It's still, whoa, kind of smooth. We made it though, and we can take another medicine. Good thing we got that extra fuselage. Although we don't have a lot of runway, so this is a little sketchy, but we can still take off. Yes, just over the tree line. And I guess we can do a little bit of yaw action to get lined up right away. like Tokyo drifting in a plane. It's such a weird concept and also kind of scary. But, ooh, land and then reverse, reverse. There we go, we got the medicine here. And we got some coins for the effort. Awesome. And while we're here, we can get the small batteries over to the hospital. I believe they said they need 2 of them. Sure enough, 2 small batteries. And we get some parts, it looks like. I like the sound of this. But let's pull forward a bit and then turn around. Ooh, not too aggressively. Wow, that was a wing into the ground. Need just enough thrust or throttle to turn around. And then we have a clear shot at the runway. Refuel on the move. Definitely not a bad idea. I feel like we need a bigger engine to keep up with this plane size. But let's, shear our way to the landing strip and then stop. Stop, 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 stop. Ooh, it's a little sketchy, yikes, but we made it. Wow. Whew, 25 coins and 10 scrap. Awesome, can use this to research new parts and upgrade the plane. Very cool. We could use even more batteries. Of course you could. So we need to deliver 4 small and 2 big? That's a lot of cargo that we're gonna need to move. But, whoa, what's happening? What's happening? That tower over there is falling over. Oh gosh, is this an earthquake? My plane is not built for earthquakes. Seemed like an earthquake, you don't say. Can you check around the island if people need help? Probably should. I should also visit the weather station. I feel like I should have done that before taking off. I mean, we could take cargo here, but there's no real demand for medicine now, it seems like. There's the weather station over there, past the wind turbines. And whoa, this map is way bigger than I thought it was. That's exciting. But before we go and help people, let's go back to base. Man, that's straight up detached, that tower. That is scary, but we'll just do a little bit of a Top Gun run through the cliffs here. Oh, this is actually fun. Oh, I like this. And then pull up right at the end. Don't black out from the G's. Roll over because I feel cool right now. Don't, not feeling cool anymore. Can't exactly roll over very well, but maybe we can unlock an upgrade for our plane that makes us cool, like sunglasses. Go into some research and there we can get a bigger engine. More thrust, more fuel consumption though. A better wing, a tail wing, a straight up closed cockpit. I feel like thrust has been our major issue. Oh, there's also a fuel tank. We do run out of fuel pretty quick, so let's get that unlocked and then the cockpit unlocked. So now we can change some things up with the cockpit here. Get you going out there and out there. You just attach to the side like this. Oh, that has potential. We can also just attach it to the back. Great idea. Oh, I didn't realize how expensive this cockpit was. We might not be able to afford this. We fall just short. Although if we had a smaller fuselage, we could afford it. Shrink it by just that much. So that's exactly 200, and now we can afford the cockpit. And thankfully that's a very quick adjustment, but we can't really afford the small fuel tank that we unlocked now. But hopefully we don't need it. At least our plane is looking a little better. Looks like it'd be in a Pixar movie. Now we do have a little less cargo space, but maybe we should go and see the weather station. Wow, that is a lot of fuel that we went through. Did we fuel up when we got back to base? I don't remember if we did. We definitely need to slow down a lot more. Oh, wow. There's a lot of damage here. Wind turbines got knocked over. Holy moly. Whoop. A little bit of a wobble there. The earthquake destroyed 2 of the wind turbines. I see that. Or sorry, the turbines. I also go injured. So we need medicine and tools now. Where do we get tools from? Right up there, it looks like the lumber camp. But let's see, we need 4 small and 2 big. We don't even have enough cargo space for 1 big battery. But we should be able to get 4 small batteries at least. So let's take a trip over to the weather station, see what's going on there, and then turn around and give the batteries to the hospital, since we gotta pick up medicine anyway. Whoa, hello. It looks like there's some parts over there. Don't mind if I do. Do we just fly low over that? Yes, we do. We got 5 scrap. Get just over the trees and then slow down. Ooh, curve up. Wow. Pilots have to do this every day? We're gathering data about the earthquake. I sure hope so. Looks like your building came out on top. Or maybe it didn't. Help by delivering materials to reinforce it. I have to do everything around here, don't I? Am I the only one with a plane? Maybe. And I guess all we can do is refuel. So whatever the weird signal shenanigans was about, at least we can get 45 coins from delivering the batteries to the hospital. And maybe get some more research happening to afford a bigger engine, because my goodness, having to use a whole runway to take off is not a vibe. Though it would be nice if there were more parts lying around, but I guess we will have to figure that out when we see them. At least we have a beautiful lineup of the runway, flying over the Eagle like so, and now we should be able to just glide on in. Very gently and fast. We are going almost 100, whatever 100 means, 100 knots? It's knots, right? For airplanes? Ooh, that was fast. I don't know what it takes to break this thing, but I don't want to find out. At least we delivered all the small batteries. 45 coins for the effort. Thank you. Now let's see. The guy at the turbines wanted 3 medicines, which we can just afford to fit. But I do want to spend a little bit of money to upgrade the fuselage a little bit because we need to have enough to store those big batteries. They're 55 storage space apiece. Though I will say I absolutely love flying planes like this. I've never done it in real life, but that's like a bucket list thing I want to do. And if this game is anything to go by, I'd say I'm pretty good at it. Haven't crashed yet, not like Kerbal. Oh, okay, we just took a sample of the light post, cool. And with 5 parts, we should be able to get something else too, right? Whoa, hold on. That looks like a fancy little cockpit. It looks like a jet, and so do these. But we don't have enough to get the bigger engine, which is what I was going for, so let's just edit the plane. So we need 10 more space on here. We can't even afford that. We can do that, and a little bit of this. Still not enough. We might have to do some other jobs. Just have to hope that we can get the speed to take off. And up we go. Oh, that's, yikes, woo! That was very close. It's taking all of the throttle to get up and over this hill. Wow, we definitely need that bigger engine. Oh man, we're getting so low on fuel, but we are gonna make it. We are gonna make it, I believe. And then we ran out of fuel just as we got here. We don't even have the throttle to back up. At least we got the medicine here. 70 coins for the effort, awesome. But now, do we have enough cargo space? Yeah, we don't. We need 2 of those as well? Crazy. And we're about the same distance away to the lumber camp, so we could probably get the tools and come back. Hopefully the tools aren't heavy. And we do not have enough runway here. I don't even know what I'm doing trying to start from here, but whoa, we can still get up, just using a little bit of the turf. But wow, we are not gonna make it. Maybe. Just have to hope that the runway is facing the right way. Get as much altitude as we can so we can glide in. Hi there, strange unidentified pattern and noise. I don't like the sound of that, but we're also coming up a little bit short. Oh, we made it. We're trying to clean up the mess left by the earthquake. Okay, but we need batteries. Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh boy, but we finally made it. Refuel. Whoa, 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 whoa. Throttle was still on, stop. Oh good, the tools only take up 25 space. So we can take 2 of those right now. Although getting back to the wind turbines is a little bit risky. We might need to stop at that one village that we saw. Oh, and some trees fell over. Did they fall over from these guys or from the earthquake? No clue, but we need to get off the ground. Thank you for getting off the ground. Wow, these tools are heavy. We got no lift. We got no lift at all. Turn around, turn around. I should have faced the other way. This is terrible. Oh dear, we are not making it in this. Should have just packed one of the tools and tried flying. My goodness, this engine is not big enough. Low fuel, where's that village? Is there anything around here? I'm a little lost. Oh, it's right over there. We are not making it. Well, we were gonna crash at some point. Might as well have it be now. Geronimo, do a barrel roll for style. At least we kept the money from the last one. But it's still not enough for the fuel tank? We can reduce this fuselage by that much, but we might need to drop one of the tools. Oh, it looks like we lost the tools in the plane crash, but you know what, that's kind of expected. So at least we can get more money if we stop by the wind turbines, pick up batteries, and then go to the lumberjack camp. And also, it would help if we actually made it to the runway just for, you know, not looking bad again. So we made it. Now those guys need 4 small batteries, which puts our weight up to 10. I don't remember how bad the tools weighed us down, but at least we still have plenty of lift. And let's mark the tool camp this time so we don't get lost. It is like 5 miles away. Wow, no wonder we barely made it last time. But we are about to run out of fuel, so here comes another close call. Not as close as before, it seems like, just very fast. Oh goodness, this is fast. Now we know what that pilot felt like in Dunkirk. Whoa, pull up, go down, up, and then stop. Oh, touch with the wing, and we're here. Woo, 60 coins for the effort. But we also could use some more parts. One of our workers is getting sick. Oh great, we need medicine now. Is there anything that we can do that will give us some parts? You will not, but that's a lot of money. Oh, this one gives us some, what even are those, fuses? Although I kind of worry about the weight of, oh yes, that would explain why they were so costly. Ah! Throttle. Mistakes were made. We can also only take one of those lumbers at a time, and the weather station needs how many? Okay, only 2. That's not so bad. Oh, the wind turbines give parts, and so does the hospital. Should we try the tools again? Maybe we can. Oh, that is right at capacity, and 10.8. I feel like it's a very bad time, but let's just get our plane lined up on the runway better so we're actually facing the correct way. The amount of fuel that is being used up just crawling at this low speed is honestly terrible. But we line up right here. Why don't we just go ahead and give ourselves plenty of land space too, backing up as far as we can go to the edge of the land here. Still in line for the airport so we can refuel. Okay, let's try this again. The fact that we haven't taken off yet is kind of concerning. There we go. Wow, we needed the whole runway and then some. So just a little bit of shearing. Whoa, wow. Whoa, that was a terrible bounce. Let's not stress that again. Village got hit by an earthquake. You don't say. So what do they need for this? Batteries, medicine, and fruit. I guess there's a farm right there. Never even knew. And all we can do here is refuel. That's fine. That's all we need. Just need to get off the ground now. Thank you. Through the trees. Thank you for the clearing. And then the wind turbines are right there. But we are completely 90 degrees from the runway here. Oh, great. Oh, great. At least we can land basically anywhere. I'm surprised the runways are still intact from the earthquake, but ugh, bounce. Okay, there's the tools. 150 coins as well. That is way better. And there we got 15 scraps for the effort. Yes. Now you need building materials. Oh, we're going back to the lumber camp. Only 1 lumber, huh? That's not so bad. It looks like the quests are getting a little bit more rewarding, which is good to know. But let's see, we might be having a better time getting medicine to the lumber camp before trying to do anything else with batteries. First things first, let's go back to base, which we can do right here. Just because it makes it a much better time. Now we can get the bigger engine. Unlock it, yes. And then the next one costs some of those fuses. Is this cockpit better than this one? It's certainly lighter, but we can't put the turbine on the front. Or not turbine, the engine. So maybe an air brake parachute to unlock, sure. All right, goodbye, engine, you were good to me, but we will recycle you and then get a bigger one on the front. There we go, looking classy. Okay, hopefully this new engine here is a lot better about takeoff and fuel use. Actually, it's worse for fuel use, but we are lifting off way sooner, it seems like, and getting a lot better speed. Amazing. And look at that, we're actually flying pretty level 2. Oh, wing stress too high. Dial it back, dial it way back. Wow, we had enough thrust going on and speed that we made it all the way to the turbines. And we could just glide in the rest of the way. Okay, maybe not the rest of the way, but close enough. Ooh, pull up. There we go, nice. And I totally forgot I was gonna stop at the hospital for the lumber camp, but I guess we could pick up some small batteries for the Maplewood, and we can take just enough. Who knew planes were so expensive? Go in, shearing, not exactly a shear, but still pretty good. A little bouncy, but we got the batteries here for 60 coins. So now we should have enough cargo to carry 1 piece of lumber, which is all the turbines need. And this is coming in way hotter than we used to. Oh boy, can we reverse in the air? We can't reverse in the air, but we can reverse as soon as we touch the ground. Made it. And the wind turbines also give us parts for this. So sorry everybody else, they get priority. Oh, but man, the lumber's heavy. We needed a lot more runway than we had. Oh, there's a signal again. Something's wrong decoding? What is this? There's not gonna be something above my head, is there? I'm worried about stuff below me. Oh, there's another village over there. I didn't even know that. Oh, wow, we're already out of fuel? Oh, great. But it's in sight. I don't know if I wanna risk it. We gotta land. Curve it in. Whoa, too hard, too hard. Whoa, we lost the wheels. We lost the back wheel. Whoa, avoid the tower, avoid the tower. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Woo, we made it, but we're scraping. Yikes, oh dear. Now we don't have a back wheel. Just when things were going so well. But hopefully we can take off at the very least. We can, but we're also facing the wrong way. Get over there. It's just 1 piece of lumber. That's all we gotta deliver. Oh dear, low fuel already. Very low, very gentle. Ooh, way better. And we delivered the wood. 115 coins and 15 more scrap. Yes. So we have 265 monies to work with. And you need 2 more lumber. Of course you do. Well, at least we delivered the goods, so we can just go back to base right here. And then there's a small fuel tank there, but should we get a bigger one already? Or get a different cockpit? That one has the same weight, but more capacity. Although it's pointed on its nose. This wing seems better. Let's get a different wing. And that is 150 for that wing. Wow. Okay, before anything else, we absolutely need small fuel tanks. Yeah, let's just get 2 of them. 100 apiece. Ugh. And then we need to take this opportunity to expand the fuselage a little bit. So we can get 12 more storage, so we can have 62 storage. That's enough for a big battery. But how's the center of gravity doing? It's a little back like that. Not terrible, but it honestly feels like we need like a second set of wings back here. This is very awkwardly shaped, but it should still get the job done. Hopefully, this might be pretty heavy. Can we at least take off? Oh, wow, we feel a little lopsided, but at least we are able to take off. Okay, I totally forgot how heavy the medicine is, so we might not be able to get 5 of them, but we can get 4. And it feels like our longer plane is able to have a bit of a better time with carrying stuff, maybe over long distances. Man, even with 2 fuel canisters, we still run out of fuel kind of fast going over here, but we were also having a lot longer commutes. So let's throttle down and then get right down and whoa, pull up right at the last second. Ooh, beautiful air braking. That actually worked out pretty well, even though we ran out of fuel right at the end. Thank you for your delivery. So that's not all the medicine, so we don't get all the reward, but we still got coins for the stuff that we delivered. Awesome. We only need 1 more medicine. Poor Jeff will have to wait for his little dosage. But now, let's see. Who needed the lumber things? You need 2 lumber, but we only have the room for 1. Is there anywhere that, and we can't carry a wood log for other places. Is there anywhere that only needs 1 lumber? You need 2 lumber, so do you, and you need big batteries. Well, at least we get money for doing partial deliveries. So let's take one of these. Oh man, 15 on the weight. No wonder we're having trouble with this. Oh! I guess that's too heavy for the back wheel. Whoopsies. Do we keep the cargo? We do keep the cargo, which is terrible for the wheel. That is amazing. Oh man, we can't even hold this stuff. Sorry, we gotta clear the inventory. Take it back. So we need a better back wheel then, huh? Why don't we stop at the farm and see what they need? Hopefully it's something less heavy. Ooh, but the farm here is looking very nice. They have a lovely little orchard out front, which doesn't seem too affected by the earthquake. Whoa, too much speed flying in. Brake, brake. Farm got damaged during the earthquake. What else is new? Tools from the lumber camp, we can do those. It's right over the hill, but also what damage are you talking about? Oh well, we can also carry fruit, which is actually pretty light. Oh, but it does have a lifespan, so we have to be quick about delivering it. Maplewood here needs 3 fruits, which we should be able to carry. So we could get a quick reward right there, and sure enough, the timer is already going. We are not turned around well enough, but maybe we can take off through the trees right here. This is quite the gamble, but we're gonna see if we can get off, and we can! Yes! Deliver right here. Whoop! Easy, easy, easy. Brake right away. Fruit is delivered. Yes! 160 more coins for the effort. Beautiful. Finally gain wealth again. Ooh, the farm does give us some parts when we deliver stuff there. So it's extra good that we're delivering tools to the farm. And we can probably pick up the tools that we saw, or not the tools, the other parts that we saw over here, if we can remember where they were. There they are. Excellent, 5 more scrap. We might be able to unlock something good with all the scrap we've been collecting so far. But wow, we get a lot of speed there. Oh man, the pull-ups that have to happen. I should strap one of those parachutes that I unlocked on here. But thankfully the tools are not so heavy. Ooh, we can only carry 2 of them though because of cargo space. Whoop, and I guess trying to reverse while holding stuff is a little bit risky. But as long as we can get off the ground, we should be fine. Just have to maybe dodge a tree to do that. Goodness. Whatever throttle we have going on is not enough. Gliding in just over the trees with maybe a little bit of a boost to make it easy. Wow, I'm surprised we didn't lose any wheels on that landing. A few more coins for the effort. Now I think it's time that we boost our plane a little bit more. So let's go back to base. And then, oh yeah, we have 20 pieces of scrap, so we can unlock even better things. Small propeller engine, although we also kind of need a better rear wheel because getting squished under the weight is not a fun time. And then why don't we see if we can do something with this better cockpit here. Unlock that. So it is pointed, so we can't put the engine on the front of the plane, but maybe we can afford to put it on the ends of the plane, like the wings. So we're gonna start from nothing. Bring the cockpit in here. This is like a private jetliner. Oh, and it's way bigger too. Gotta size this up, which is also giving us more fuselage space. That's an unintended benefit, I like it. Hopefully it's circular all throughout. Some weird little size increases, but we can afford it. So now we are back to having a tube, but can we also skew it so the elevation is a little bit up on the tilt? Ooh, we can. Oh, that looks way better. Now we're back to looking kind of like proper planes. Although the wings we have are still kind of trash, and we can only afford one of them. We can't even afford 2 wings. How tragic is that? Or can we? Oh, we can. But we have no propulsion. Or maybe we can with one of these. Can we get it? Can we get it on the nose in a weird way? Or do we put it on top? That is a terrible idea. We don't even have wheels. I forgot about that. But this plane might have to be put on hold. So we'll wait on that and then go back to our other plane. Oh, but we do have 1,500 monies that we can use. So that's good to know. But can we afford to put better wings on? It looks like these would be better wings. Ooh, it's actually looking like a proper fighter plane now. So now whenever the weird alien signal shows up, we can blast it. And then a tail fin like that. This is looking very nice. If only the wheels weren't so obnoxious and so Wright brothers. But you know what? It's what we have to work with. At least the rear wheel has a better load limit. It's honestly better than the front wheels. And then fuel cells right on the edge of things right here, or should we have them on the wings? I'm not sure it matters too much because the drag that they're experiencing is basically the same. What if we had them in line with the wings? That cuts down on drag. That should help. That might also be why we're having trouble getting off the ground, is because, or getting through the air, is because of all the drag. But whoa, here we go. Yes! It's so easy to fly when you don't have supplies that you're trying to carry across the world. Oh my goodness, we got so much speed now, and the wings can actually hold it. That's the better part of this. Get down, get down. Stop, 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 stop. Wow, we way overshot the turbines, but we're here, technically, so we can take one big battery. That is a lot of weight. And now the wheel load is too heavy here because if it gets off balance, then that's all the weight on one wheel. But at least, what speed do we even need to get off the ground? 88? 80. So we can deliver one battery to the hospital finally, and at least the wings can hold better speeds. So our plane is definitely doing better than it did. I just wish we had better front wheels. Just one battery gave us 82 coins. Oh, and I didn't realize that helping out Maplewood all the way gave us 20 parts. So we can make some deliveries up there, get the battery, and then down here, and then do a little bit of a loop. And it looks like they repaired this tower too. Very good. But thankfully the planes the wings are very good at that. Look at that, beautiful. But whoa, don't break the front wheels trying to land, thank you. And we're able to stay on this runway at least. So we get some medicine, 57 coins for the effort. And then we go up through the trees, don't worry about how we got there. And then make our way to wind turbines. On purpose this time. So that way we can easily deliver the last big battery to the hospital and then get the rest of the medicine to the village. And thankfully we're pointed the right way for the hospital too. But my goodness, to get the speed to get off the ground is so treacherous. But whoa, bit of a bounce, but we made it. So the full delivery gave us the rest of the coins, and it wasn't even half of it. 153 for the second battery. So we got all the batteries there, and we got scrap for the effort. Very nice. Now, thankfully, the hospital doesn't have any follow-up requests, but we could just take, let's see, 2 more medicine? Yes, 2 more medicines. That's a much better weight on my aircraft. Now, the village is a little bit further away, but we are still able to make it and be lined up with the runway this time, leaving from the hospital. And then the touchdown is just as easy. So we get 78 coins for the rest of it, and then 20 for the whole thing. So now we can finally get the tools at the lumber camp over to the farm. But oh gosh, this is coming in so hot. I forgot how fast we could be. Oh, we might have to come back and circle around. Gotta do a very quick turnaround, and we lose a lot of momentum doing that. We're okay. This is way better to land with. Now we can start repairing. Yeah, sorry to make you wait. Kind of have to deal with, I don't know, everybody's problems. We lost power, go figure. 2 big batteries, ay, ay, ay. Let's finish the wind turbines quest first, because that gives us more scrap to work with. At least now we can maintain a much better maximum speed. We're going 150 almost right now. We could not do this with the previous set of wings. And man, oh man, the G-forces we go through to do U-turns like that. At least getting back to the lumber camp is way easier. And are we flying level right now? We almost are, but it's still kind of a downward angle. How nice it would be to just get an autopilot feature. Let's be a little bit more careful with the landing and actually make it here. I guess the lumber camp does have a bit of a shorter runway than everywhere else, but we have delivered the second piece of lumber. 153 coins and 15 scraps for the effort. Man, we almost have 1,000 monies, even with our plane as decked out as it is. Now let's deliver the last bit of medicine that the lumber camp needs, because we could use that little bit of extra money to make the fuselage that we have a lot bigger. And the scraps can maybe also get us better front wheels, or just better things all around. Good thing our wings are sturdy. And I guess it doesn't need to be 80, but the more weight that we have, the faster we have to be to get off the ground. Go figure. Really glad G-forces aren't a factor in this. Ooh, don't hit the windsock. Just stay on solid ground. Whoa, we made it. 92 coins, very nice. The sick worker also needs some food. Oh, for crying out loud. He can wait for a little bit. Let's get some research going. Now the small propeller engine here, it looks like it has about the same as the wood engine here. 2 of those would make a better one of these. So I think that's worth going into. But we need fuses to get further in this chain, which, oh, that's where we get the jet engines. That would explain it. And then better front wheels. We could also just make balloons. That might be a fun little side venture. But I think we're gonna need some better external fuel tanks moving forward. And then we can unlock a combination of better wings and tail wings. I think now we can go ahead and work on our work in progress, which is still pretty expensive. But now this should be able to get 2 of those little propeller engines on the undersides. Oh yeah, easy. Look at this thing, it's an actual like charter plane. Is it better to have them kind of close here? I feel like they need to be, well, they can't be overlapping the ailerons. So they can go right there maybe? That should work, but I do like this. And now the steel wheels can go here. Whoop, not mirrored. And wow, this thing is looking quite a bit shorter, but that has a lot of fuselage space. I didn't even realize. It could definitely stand to be longer, I think, to make up for, you know, its stumpiness. We've already had one plane like that. We don't need another one like that, but we can only afford roughly that much. That should be enough though. That's 142 capacity. And we haven't even looked at better wings. Although we probably can't afford them because they're 500 apiece. But we should be good with this. I hope. Every new design is another worry of will it leave the ground. But 142 storage would be huge if we can get this thing off the ground. Oh, the wheel load is already too heavy on the front. Well, how do you like that? What if we just hurry and get this thing off the ground? Pulling up as soon as we can. Get up, get up, get up, get up. At least the weight is off the wheels. Oh, but we do not have enough speed. Maybe it's still a work in progress. So if we have to work with this one for the sole fact of better wheels stability, so the weight limit of these wheels is 2x17, so 14. If we shrink this fuselage a little bit, then maybe we can shed the couple of pounds needed to have the wheels support it. There is a little wheel in the back too to help. Maybe that'll be enough. And then before we forget, let's try to get the external fuel tanks on here. Not enough money? How expensive are these things? 200, wow. Maybe just one of them. Or, let's see, is one better than 2 of these? It's about the same. For the sake of balance, we'll keep with these ones. Okay, our plane is not about to combust. That's good news. We have reached the bare minimum. Man, this thing is chunky. Can it please get off the ground though? Whoa, there it is. Up over the trees, keep it going, over more trees. Man, if it's struggling now, we might not be able to carry anything, but it still works. That's the beauty of it. We should probably go to the lumber camp to help the weather station a little bit. Oh man, are we gonna have the fuel to get there? I think we might just have enough fuel to get there. Well, let's test its landing abilities. Bring it in, swoop up. Whoa, wow, it actually survived. Just barely though. Man, do we risk taking the wood log right now, even though we have the capacity to? It'd be easier to take 2 things here, but I think that, yep, that's putting weight on the wheels. Not good. Just gotta take off right away and lift right away. Ooh, that actually saved the wheels. Okay, now can we get off the ground? Test number 2, over the water. Whoa, we're making it, we're making it, we're making it. Barely, but we're making it. Come on, over the hill, over the hill, over hill, over dale. Oh, we made it. Oh goodness, it's taking all of the effort just to get even a little bit of altitude. Maybe we needed 2 sets of props on here, but the weather station is in sight. Just a little bit further, and we're already halfway through our fuel. Oh man, I just remembered the runway's the other way too. You know what? As long as we can make it to turf, I'm not gonna be worried about what angle we're coming in at. Just gotta let up on the thrust and then park. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Wow, we survived. Whew, 225 coins for the effort, thank you. Now, all it needs is 1 wood log, and then we get those 25 fuses. Let's just go ahead and try it, even though we could barely get lift off before. Okay, this is gonna add 8 pounds, which is gonna be absolutely terrible for our front wheels, but we gotta try it. Just gotta pull up as soon as possible so the wheels don't break. They're not breaking, but man, oh man, we are gonna be fighting to take off with this thing. Oh, we have liftoff. Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. We're not going up. We're not going up. Bounce. Oh no. Wow. Can we get off of the hill this way? This is not working. Should we just dip along the ground until we get there? Oh no. Oh no, oh no. This is a terrible aircraft. Can we get an engine somewhere on here to make this work? Oh, you can, wait, you can, you can go like that? Why can't you go like that? Although, that does raise the question, can we put you on the back here? We can. If only we could have them go in separate directions at once. So if we can shave off the weight in the fuselage to still carry the wood logs, which are 120, about like that, then that might help our plane survive a little bit better. At least the good news is we do have enough money here to upgrade our tail wing. That should, whoa, wow, this thing's like a Boeing tail piece. That honestly seems a little awkward because it's a little more developed than our wings are. What if we can upgrade the wings? They do weigh a little bit more, but that difference in lift is pretty noticeable. Ooh, now we're cooking. It's angled upwards a little bit too. But do we have enough money now to get the props on there? We don't. Another day maybe. But at least the tail pieces should hopefully be better. Or would it be better to have this one be down here like this, and then the new one can be up on the top here? Hopefully that's good enough. This is like if you ask a kid to draw an airplane. But whoa, hold on, that lift is very noticeable right away. Wow, we might be able to leave with that wooden log. We can certainly get to 100 speed with these, and I am going to say miles per hour because there are bald eagles flying everywhere. But man, it still takes most of our fuel to move this thing. We might be pushing the limits of what an Airbus can do, if this is even able to be qualified as an Airbus. But, whoa, at least the wheels can survive landing. Just barely, they can't survive braking, really. Okay, take 2, wood logs. Away we go, right away. At least there's no weight on the wheels anymore. We don't have the most amount of thrust that we need, probably. But I'm just hoping lift can get us where we need to go. Come on, come on, come on. We're making it, we're making it, we're making it, we're making it. We're not making it, we're not making it. Wow, whoa, whoa. Maybe if we angle a little bit more towards the destination where the hills don't get as high up. Oh gosh, we're still gonna bounce. We're still gonna bounce. That's a bad bounce, that's a bad bounce. We lost a wheel, we lost a wheel. We're still alive. But man, this wood log is insanely heavy. Okay, now we're back into Kerbal mode. Just bouncing along the ground, oh boy, whoa, gosh. Okay, so very clearly our plane does not have enough lift, which means we are gonna need a second set of propellers after all. But that also means we're gonna need some wheels to actually support all that weight, so we're gonna need to do a few more jobs first. And to that effect, there was another village that we didn't check in on. So maybe doing jobs there will get us a little bit of research parts because none of the other jobs that we have access to offer that. And there it is right there, thankfully. Well, and perfectly lined up on the runway. Okay, nothing's perfect, but we are just going to land in like so. Wonder if they're gonna need the same things as the other village. But we all gotta pull up massively, bounce, and then stop. So you need, okay, you do offer research, good. Medicine, fruit, and batteries. Let's deal with the supplies that are not time sensitive first. But also, my goodness, this thing does not bank very well. But at least it's enough. Wow, that was the best landing I've had for a while. And 4 medicine now only does half of our cargo space. And thankfully the medicine really is not that heavy. Maybe we could pick up a battery on the way, but let's not risk it. Easy delivery for 105 coins. That's like nothing for what we need. And it's saying do the fruit next, but we're gonna do the batteries, since now we actually have cargo space to hold 2 of them. Ooh, that was a very smooth landing. but they're both gonna be a whole bunch of weight. Hopefully we got this. The wheels certainly don't think we got this, which is not a good sign for us being able to get off the ground here. We should have had more runway. Oh dear. Oh. Okay, I guess we can only take one battery now, and even that might be overdoing it for the wheels. But since Fruit needs to go back to that village anyway, we might as well give this battery to the farm, since they need big batteries too. But wow, yeah, this thing is not having a good time trying to get altitude, and just maintaining it. It wants to dip down so quickly. Oh gosh, and I forgot to see which way the runway is. I think it's sideways. Yep, sure enough, it's sideways. So banking massively, G-force maxing over here, and delivered one battery. Okay, they give us 100 coins, but they need one more. Let's see, thankfully the fruits are not that heavy, so we can honestly just take care of the lumber camp's fruit task right away. So let's just do that. Please take off with the fruit that you're holding. Oh, thank you, it was actually kind of easy. And we have plenty of time getting over here. So the fruit has no risk of going bad. And that gave us 260 coins. Beautiful. And of course they have other things they need to do. They need 3 big batteries? Goodness. We're not worrying about that, we're delivering fruit. How much does the other village need? 4. Sadly, they all share the same timer, so we just have to be all the more quick about this. But at least 4 fruits are lighter than 5. The real trick is gonna be getting over there in time. But the village is in view, and we have a little under half of the time, so it might be a little bit close, especially if we want to land this properly. I think we might just land in general. So, ooh, weird movement there. Just trying to bring it down gently. Nice and gentle. Okay, we made it. Another 255 coins. So that is actually enough for both of the new propellers, but I'm worried about the wheel weight. So hopefully the parts that they give us for completing the entire objective is enough to research some better wheels. Also, the absolute angle I have to keep this plane at just for it to fly level is insane. It's like it's still on the runway. But we lose a back wheel, even though we made it. So that puts us over 1,000 coins. Hopefully that's enough for wheels on the side. And there's 20 scrap, very nice. So let's see, better wheels here. The low limit is 12. There's only one of them, but that's still better overall than just this thing. And there's a light wheel there. We could actually get both of these. Yes, absolutely need those, because the back wheel could also use a better load limit. All right, plane, you've been giving me trouble not being good enough. Let's see if you are still good enough. Actually, would it be better just have engines on the ends of the wings here? That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I think this one is still gonna be better. So we get those happening, yeah, right at the very edge of it. So that hopefully works, and then the wheels go away. We still have 489 monies, and the big wheel in the front, ooh, these wheels are actually pretty cheap. I like that. And I think these are better placed on the wings too. Is this gonna be too much wing weight? I hope not. But then just a little one in the back, I think we have this. So the front's gonna have a low limit of 24, better than 14, and then a low limit of 15 in the back is still better than 12, even though this is still awkwardly short. Would it be better to expand the fuselage slightly? It expands our storage good enough, and to shed a little bit of extra weight, I think we take off both of the fuel tanks here and replace them with one of an external fuel tank, the bigger ones. And we do have the money to maybe get another one on here, so that should be fine. Hopefully these generate a lot of lift. Okay, first test, does it survive its own weight? And it looks like yes. This thing is so weird. It looks like a dad trying to bring in all the grocery bags in one trip. But now, how quickly does this thing go with 0 load? Okay, that actually goes very fast, but why is it not taking off? Why is it not taking off? Why is it not taking off? Whoa, whoa, wow. It survived that? Wow. Is that back wheel facing the wrong way? It might be facing the wrong way, but we are airborne. Oh my goodness, this thing just needs bomb bay doors and it would be awesome. But there are other places that need big batteries. So let's see how we do carrying 2 of those. At least we can land pretty, a little aggressively, but everything survived. Let's see how we survive with 2 big batteries, because that was the trouble before, and that's also all we can carry. Okay, it survives the weight, even though the wheels sunk into the turf a little bit. Okay, moment of truth, will you take off with all of this weight? Please do. I would certainly like you to. Any moment now. Oh gosh, weave between the trees, bounce off the hill. We lost the back wheel, but we're airborne. Oh dear. Okay, we can survive takeoff. Barely, and we are already out of fuel. Did I forget to refuel? I don't think I did. Also, wow, we went the wrong way around this mountain. So this is gonna be an interesting landing. Oh, pull up a little bit, pull up a little bit. Wow, we survived. Oh, hey, this is a farm anyway. Okay. Yes, I promise I meant to bring you the battery here. 185 coins for the whole thing. Or I guess the rest of the thing. Do you need anything else? The earthquake has caused more damage than I thought. Did you also putty tat? 3 more lumber? Okay, we're going to the lumber camp anyway. And flying with 1 battery should be easier, but my goodness, this thing needs a lot more runway than these places offer. And if this doesn't work, we'll just add more propellers on there. Ugh. 1 battery. I was gonna bring 2, but you know, things came up. I'm not feeling confident about the wood logs yet, so let's do the farm's lumber objective here, which, good thing we can carry all of that. I didn't realize that we were at capacity after all that. But can we please take off? Oh, yes. And it can still maintain high speed. That's the crazy part. Also, I forgot the trees in and yet, what? No! We don't talk about it. Here's your lumber. 300 coins for the effort. Awesome. And thankfully, that's all the farm needs. And at least now that we know that we can carry 2 big batteries at once, we can deal with the lumber camp's objective really quick. Hopefully this is ample runway because we're just taking off from where we landed. Please get up in the air. Please get up in the air. Dodge the trees, up in the air. Thank you. Goodness. Maybe that's what airports need. Just a big ol' assistance ramp. Also, how are we halfway out of fuel already? I promise I refueled before taking off. Oh dear. I guess that is a trade-off with having multiple engines. It goes through fuel like crazy. So this'll be rough because we're out of fuel midair. It's fine though, it's fine. Just a massive Airbus that might not make it. Yeah, we're losing too much altitude. Oh boy. Ah, we're alive, but we're not near the airport. Well, shucks. Maybe if we're actually facing the way we're supposed to be flying when we take off, although it still is a little dicey getting out of the trees. Ugh. Teeth clenching every time, and clenching other things. Huh? We're still running very low on fuel, although we are getting there a lot closer before we run out of fuel. We're already coming in for a landing, although a little hot. Very hot. Ugh. Pulled up just in time. We made it though. More big batteries. So we could add another set of engines, but we do not have fuel space. And that's also the last thing the lumber camp needed, which means there's only one thing left for us to do, and that's deliver a wood log. Let's just prep ourselves a little bit by getting a lot of runway space, and then load a wood log that adds 8 to the total weight. So I worry that this alone is still bad for the wheels, but I'm more worried about getting over that hill right there. We can get pretty good speed though. Just gotta take off. Yes, yes, yes! We're airborne! Okay, let's make sure we know where the weather station is, and then keep it airborne. Wow, this is actually working. It's working so well. Just have to hope our fuel survives. What a beautiful Airbus we have. I don't even know if this classifies as an Airbus, but it is getting us to our destination. Thank you for only needing 1 wood log. Also, I should probably focus on landing, shouldn't I? Thankfully, a little bit of shearing, and that was perfect. Wood log, there's 140 coins, and for all the help, we successfully collected the data. We send it to the research center in the mountains. Ooh, can you go there to see if they need further assistance? Where even are the mountains? But there's the fuses, if that's what those are. So the mountains, oh, they're over there. Research facility, can I use that? I don't know if I can actually use that as like a research part. Let's go back to our home base. So now we have plenty of fuses to research with, although that really only nets us batteries until we get more of these scrap parts. But I'm sure there are plenty more scrap parts in the mountains, and so all it takes is a quick flight over there. 12, 14, 15 miles away, kilometers, whatever you want to say. But I love how much our plane has progressed to get us here. This is looking amazing. I wonder what our top speed is. Oh, so that's what's in the snow region, is the mountains. Also, I don't like how the destination marker that I pinned is higher than the name of the place. Also, are we gonna have fuel to cross this water? I hope we do. I now have doubts. Oh, but there's land right there. Amazing. Well, either way, I think we can save this region for another video. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one of Aviassembly. It's amazing. And this landing is not gonna be amazing, but thank you very much for watching. Sub to intern!